Momentarily. All right,
Yep.
now we're live. It's official. Welcome, everyone. This is Shay Bynes,
I'm
my sis,
Antonina Gear.
co-founders of Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur, and welcome to our October Kingdom Connect monthly hangout. We always love this time. We get to hang out with you guys and answer some questions, tell you what's going on our end, and all that good stuff. So for those who are joining us, I want you to know you kind of have to scroll down. If you scroll down the page, if you have questions, there's like a Facebook comments box. So if you have questions, comments, or what have you, we will be monitoring those during the connect so that we can answer those. And also, if you're a part of our Facebook group, if you have questions, we'll also monitor those as well. So if you have questions or comments in there, we'll get to those as well. If you're not a part of the private Facebook group, now's a really awesome time to do so. Nina, we just crossed like the 1,500 people mark.
Yes, in the group. We're so excited about that. And that happened within a month or so.
Yeah, it was like we were at, it was interesting. It was like we went from 500 in like 1 month when we launched to 1,000 that took like 10 months.
10 months, yeah.
And then in the last month, we jumped another 500, almost 600 people just in the last month and a half. If that.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. That's amazing. So we're just really excited about what's going on in the community. It's awesome. So if you're not connected, my point was, if you're not connected, head over to Facebook, type in Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur, and you'll see that we have a page, which you can like, but you'll also see that we have a group, which you can join, and we will get you in and get you all plugged in with the rest of everybody. So, Nina.
Yeah.
We've got a couple things that we're going to talk about today, yeah?
Yeah, so we have, which one you want to talk about first?
Why don't we start with the Harvest Fund, since that's going to be shorter, and then we'll kind of dig into the retreat.
Sure. So we have what we're calling the Kingdom Driven Harvest Fund. So those of you who have been around us for a while, you know that Shay and I's heart, we're givers, and we want to see businesses in the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur community thrive. And we believe that some of you in the community, if not all of you, have the same heart to be a giver. And this is going to be an opportunity for you to give to others in the community to help them get the tools they need for their businesses and all that good stuff. So.
And listen, this is biblical principles we're rolling with, right? Yeah. I mean, when we
sowing
others, we talk about it in the book. Hey,
have
you seen this book, you guys? It's the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur Doing Business God's Way. And in this book, we talk about one of the principles being to sow seeds regularly and to sow it in good ground. And we believe that the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur community is awesome ground. And so not only are we as a organization, Nina and I, going to be sowing from our business profits into the Harvest Fund, but also allowing an opportunity for others to join in that as well. All the details for that are going to be coming out November 1st, right, sis?
Right, November
Friday.
1st.
That's right. And so we're going to be taking applications, every month for people who want to apply to receive funding from the Harvest Fund. And we'll also on a regular basis be accepting, funding the seeds that you all are sowing as well as what we're sowing into it as well. So we can't wait to share all the details. We know some really awesome things are going to come out of doing this Harvest Fund. Whenever you give, God's got something awesome in store for you, for us as well, right? So we're really excited about that. All right, so that's pretty much the Harvest Fund. You'll get more details on that on November 1st. But sis, we sent an email out this morning to the entire community saying, that we're going to be talking today about the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur Retreat.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Phoenix, Arizona, January 24th through the 26th. It's going to be an amazing time together. And so we wanted to, talk a little bit about the retreat, also get the questions that you have about the retreat and answer those questions, and all that good stuff. And one thing that's important to know is that right now we have an early bird special going on for registration. We have 2 tickets, a general admission ticket as well as a VIP pass. And so both of those right now are on an early bird special, which is expiring, it's
Thursday, October 30th. October 31st is Thursday.
That's Thursday, all right? So it's either expiring on Thursday or once the first 25 people take advantage of it. Okay, so we've had several take advantage of it, but we still have a handful of slots left. So whatever happens first, Thursday at midnight or or we get the 25 folks. All right, so that's pretty much it. It's really straightforward. If you go to kingdomdrivenentrepreneur.com/retreat, you'll see that you're able to register there. But Nina, let's just kind of dig in and talk about, why this retreat and the purpose behind the retreat and, all that good stuff. So why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're very clear about in the beginning about what God wanted to do through the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur community, the movement is what it is to really build a community and get people together of like mind who are not just Christians, but also being led by the Holy Spirit in their businesses or want to know how to go about doing that. And we just believe that when we come together, there's so many more things that we can do, so many more things that we can learn, and things that God will want to do in the midst of us when we all come together. And the retreat is a wonderful way for us to do that with Kingdom Business Connections, a way for you to come away from your business and just rest and relax in the presence of God at this retreat.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that we're to do is to facilitate divine connections. That's that's what it's about. And there's aspects of the retreat where we're going to be doing that. I don't know if everyone who's listening is familiar with the concept of a mastermind, right? But a mastermind is like when you get a group of people together and they are all sharing about, there could be masterminds on all kinds of topics, but let's talk about a business mastermind for a second. So in a business mastermind, there's going to be a group of people who are coming together and they are sharing, they are getting advice from each other, they're getting connections from each other and all of that, right? Many times somebody's coming forth with a specific issue and everyone kind of gathers around that issue and helps them with that issue. Okay, that's a mastermind. That's the concept, how it works. And one of the things, of many things that are happening at this retreat, are we're going to be doing some mastermind groups. So this is like Kingdom Business Masterminding, right? So that's even better masterminding than your regular masterminding, right? Because that means you guys are all together, the Lord's in the midst of it, all kinds of really awesome things are going to happen as a result of that. And so that's one of the things that's going to be happening during the retreat. That's one of the things I'm really super excited about, sis, because I've been a part of mastermind groups. We have one right now, and I've been a part of one for a while, and there's so much goodness to come out of people coming together. And,
that's right.
And for me, it's like you add the Lord into the mix, and it's like it's crazy, right? People are going to have all kinds of awesome breakthroughs and connections just based off of being together. So that's one of the things we're really excited about. The other thing is, with everything that we do, we always say this isn't business as usual, because it's not. That's our tagline. You're going to hear us say it all the time. And this retreat is not business as usual. It's not your standard retreat, okay? If you're looking to come to an event where you're going to sit for hours and listen to training on the nuts and bolts of building your business so that you can build a multiple six-figure or seven-figure enterprise using the latest and greatest strategies that are working across the world, you're going to be disappointed.
Very much so.
Because that's not what this is. Okay, that's not what this is. We are going to be talking about business. We are going to have sessions. If you go look at the agenda, if you go to kingdomdrivenentrepreneur.com/retreat, you'll see we have the agenda on there, and you will see that there are sessions. And there are going to be teaching sessions and some training sessions in there, but it's not going to be based off of the things that you might be thinking that you'd be looking at getting from a particular event. But I promise you this, what is going to come out of those sessions are going to be of large, significant benefit to your business, okay? And operating as a kingdom-driven entrepreneur, not just an entrepreneur who loves the Lord and does business, okay? So that's going to be a differentiator. And you're also going to have the connections with others who are there. We've got some awesome folks who have already registered and are coming. Alex Navas is going to be in the house from Christian Business Academy, our brother there. We got Alicia Hammond. I mean, I could do shout-outs for like the next 60 minutes here. We've got some really awesome folks. Latasha Matthews just joined us today. Erica Adams is in the house, and Ebony Williams, and Bess Blanco, and Nadia, and the whole, there's so many folks who are going to be joining us, and we're really excited about seeing you all there. Nina, let's do a quick check, just kind of time check. Let's do a quick check and see if there's any questions that came from the group, or if there's any questions right on the page.
Let's
and we can
see.
chat some more about the retreat. If you have questions, if you're on this page watching the broadcast, just type in your comments or your questions there. I believe Erica Adams is watching. Erica, if you're watching, what's up, girl? We're glad that we're going to see you there.
Hi,
She sent me an
Erica.
email right before the broadcast, so she should be here with us right now.
Let me check the page. I don't see anything in the group just yet. Someone
Okay.
did like my comment because I
Yeah.
posted to, ask questions. So maybe someone will shortly.
Okay, very good. And real quick, as she's checking the page as well, a quick plug-in for the devotional that we just released. In fact, wait, I'm going to go grab it, sis. It's right here. We just released our first devotional, and it's called Encountering God, a devotional for the kingdom-driven entrepreneur. And we've been so blessed by the feedback coming in from this devotional. We see it as like these two books together. Like
Yes.
these are like, this is like the power combo. You know, we have some really awesome other books too, but these books really, really, really go very well together. All right,
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about increasing your walk, your intimacy of your relationship with the Lord, right? And all of that ties into how you do business God's way. All right, so I just want to plug that. All right, back to the retreat, sis. Were there any comments or questions that came in on the page?
Nope, I don't see any. Let me refresh though.
Okay, no problem. Because I will share some of the questions that we have received. We've already answered those people, but in case other people are wondering as well, we can share that as well.
Nope. No question.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about some other differentiators between coming to the Kingdom-Driven Entrepreneur Retreat, versus going to your standard kind of business function, because it's not like your standard business conference.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's going to take place is we're actually going to worship together, right? Yeah. We're going to worship,
and prayer.
Yeah, we're going to have prayer. Can I tell you, on Sunday, Apostle Candace Ford, she's probably not watching right now, but Apostle Candace Ford, who is a part of our community, and she's also the head of Prayer Warriors for the Marketplace. If you're not connected to that, get connected. You can look that up on Facebook, Prayer Warriors for the Marketplace. Make sure you like that page. And every Thursday, she actually leads a prayer call, or someone on her team, and they lead a prayer call for kingdom businesses. And so, I've been on the call many a times. It's just awesome. She does do some word on the front end and just an impartation, and then they pray for anyone who has a prayer request, and just coming together in prayer like that. It's just awesome. It's very powerful. So anyway, she's actually going to be with us she'll be there for the whole retreat, but her and her team are actually going to be leading worship and prayer, and just what we're doing on Sunday, right before we have our closing session. That's going to be
amazing.
Yeah.
We're looking for God to do some amazing things all 3 days. Oh,
yes, ma'am. That's right. And so we're super excited about that as well. For those who are wondering what's the difference, I did get some questions about the differences between the VIP as well as opposed to the general admission. There's pretty much one key difference, okay? On Saturday, there is a 90-minute period of time during lunch where if you have the VIP admission, you will actually be going into a catered lunch. It'll be great. And during that time, the business coaches, as a part of our community, will also be there. You can actually get some questions answered about your business. So you can actually get some nuts and bolts discussed during that time, during lunch. If you have very specific things that you want to ask, that's great. I can tell you that we're only selling 25 of the VIP passes, and those are the ones that seem to be selling the fastest. I mean, on a percentage basis, I think we're it's like an 80-20, like on the VIP side. So we're glad that you're seeing value in that. But it doesn't matter which pass you get, you're going to have a phenomenal time. We have a couple other surprises in store for the VIPs, but we're not going to share those. But the one that we are telling you about is the fact that we've got that 90 minutes together where you'll have some coaching time. It's just some time Nina and I are going to be there just interacting with everybody and just sharing and answering your questions and that type of thing. And you'll have a really great lunch. And that's it, okay? I also received a question, sis, about like nighttime activities.
Oh, okay.
So it's a retreat, okay? It's a retreat. I don't know if you've ever been to an event where you're like, oh my gosh, I wish they didn't have every minute of the 24-hour period like jam-packed
Yes.
with something. I have had that experience at many events, and this is a retreat, which means you should have some time to yourself, okay? And so, by design, on Saturday, sis, on Saturday night, we have just time that's just after we're done, which I think is like 5:30 or 6 or something. You know, go out. You can go have dinner. You can go hang out in Phoenix. It's a beautiful city. We are going to have an optional, you know, if some people in the group actually want to do something together, you know, there will be an optional thing that folks can do. But generally speaking, we really wanted to give you space. You know, number one, I mean, that whole day is going to be kind of a power-packed day. I mean, you're going to want to kind of decompress. You might want to see God about some things about your business. It's a retreat. So, you know, we want you to have some rest too. That's a part of this as well. So we're not going to have just, you know, nonstop activity for you. And we don't like to have nonstop activity and then say, oh, but go rest, because then you're like, what am I missing? And then you're upset because you don't want to miss.
Right.
So that's why we kept Saturday free like that. All right. In the mornings, we're going to have that time for prayer. We'll open up really early for those who want to come. We'll have prayer early in the morning. If you don't, that's cool. You can just go have breakfast. If you're staying at the hotel, the breakfast is included. You can do that. Hotel is beautiful, by the way.
Yeah.
Make sure that those who are registering that you're going ahead and booking your hotel. So an awesome rate there, too. Sis, what else should we be sharing about the retreat?
I was going to say Saturday night, you and I and probably Candace or whoever else will probably find something to do, and you're more than welcome. Yes. We'll let you guys know what that is when we know, yes. And you're more than welcome to, you know, hang out with us Saturday night or evening if you feel that you want to. So.
Absolutely. So pretty much in a nutshell, on Friday you're going to come in. We've got registration. We're going to have some time just to fellowship together, have a good time. We will have an opening session on Friday evening, and then let you go and, you know, do your thing. And then on Saturday we do have a full day, starting early in the morning if you want for prayer, and then after breakfast we'll have sessions during the day. We'll have our breakout mastermind sessions also happening during the day. So there's going to be some times when you're separated out and some times that you're coming together. And then we have some sessions. We're going to have a Q&A panel. We're going to be talking about kingdom-driven leadership, which is really, really important. So we've got all kinds of stuff going on Saturday. Then we'll release you, or you can do the optional activity with us. And then on Sunday we come back again, and we have the worship service with Prayer Warriors, Apostle Candace Ford and Prayer Warriors for the Marketplace in the morning. And then we're going to have a final session with you. And then you can go home, you know, or stay, whatever you want to do, right? So it's just going to be an awesome, awesome time together. Sis, take a look one more time and see if there's any questions that have come through.
Yep. Let's see.
And I actually invited folks to send me an email as well, so let me also check there.
Okay. No question, but there's a comment from Erica Adams. She says she's so excited about the upcoming KDE retreat and the extraordinary vision behind it, and that she loves us, Shay.
We love you too, Erica.
We love you too, Erica, and we can't wait to meet you face to face.
Yeah, I'm really excited about, you know, I'm excited about all of this stuff, really, but it's so awesome to, you know, go from the Facebook photo connection,
yeah.
you know, to a hug, you know, so I always enjoy that. So that's going to be really good, really good. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. If there's no other questions about the retreat, I mean, we've shared a lot about what to expect at the retreat. Again, we have the early bird special going on right now that expires on Thursday, October 31st. Or earlier if we get the full 25 people who take advantage of the early bird pricing. And so if you go to kingdomdrivenentrepreneur.com/retreat, you can do that. Oh, sis, this is what we forgot. One of the things that we just opened up today, and we sent an email about this, is that we've opened up a 2-pay option.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So there is a 2-pay option right now, which will help you to lock in that lower rate. You know, for the special that we're doing for the early bird special, right? So if you want to just, you know, if you're like, look, I got $100 now, in 30 days I'm going to pay the rest of it, you will do that. We're automatically going to debit your account in 30 days after that. You can go ahead and that'll lock you in on the early bird discount rate, okay? So go ahead and do that. And the other thing I want to share, this was something that Alicia said Alicia Hammond had said in the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur Facebook group, and I think it's worth repeating. And that is, as it pertains to this retreat, and I've received several emails from folks who have said this is exactly what they've done. You know, if you're feeling like I really want to be there, you know, ask the Lord, like, you know, I believe I should be there, you know, and see if he says the same. And if he does, but yet you don't have the resources to do it right now, but the Lord says that you're to be there, then that means he's going to provide the resources for you to get there. All right? So that means you can take a step forward in faith and register as soon as you have the funds to do that. You better know you are going to have a way to get to Phoenix. You know, you don't even have to pay for the hotel immediately. You pay for it when you get there, right? But just believe God. This is where, if you're like, listen, I need to be in the midst of this. I need to be there. I need to get my 2014 started off right, and I need to be there. Then just know that God's going to supply everything that you need to get there. All right. So I want to make sure that I said that. There's some folks I've received messages from. They're like, no, the Lord said I'm going to be there, so I'm believing it, and here we go. Right. And so I think that's really important too, sis.
Yes, sis, there is a question from Jennifer. She just wants a little more explanation on mastermind groups. So she says, for those of us who haven't experienced a mastermind group, can you tell us more of what to expect in these mastermind groups?
Absolutely. Okay, so one thing I want to share is that sometime in November timeframe, we might even wait till December, we're going to be sending a questionnaire to every single person who's registered for the event. Okay, and we're going to be gathering some data, some information from you, like, you know, tell us about your business, tell us what you've been doing this year, tell us what you're looking forward to doing next year, that type of thing. All right, I want to give you the setup, and then I'll answer your question specifically. So we're going to be gathering this information from all the attendees, and then we're going to be seeking God about who do we need to put together. Right? Because in a mastermind group, you don't have these like huge groups where it's like, you know, we're anticipating 65. We have 65 spots for this retreat. We're not going to have a mastermind group of 65 people. All right? It's going to be smaller groups of people. So we're going to be seeking God about who are the folks that we need to make sure are seated together, right, for a mastermind. Okay? And then we're going to make sure that we put people in groups. All right? So that's some background information. Now, what to expect when you are there is, in a mastermind, the way it works is that, you know, you'll have a group of people seated together. You guys will all be kind of separated out, right? You'll introduce yourselves. We're actually going to do some work on the front end of helping you guys get, you know, introduced to each other even before the event starts, so you'll kind of know each other a little bit. But you're going to spend time together, and you're going to be talking about your business. You're going to be bringing forth a challenge that you're facing in your business, right? You're going to be talking about a resource that is needed in your business, okay? And then people are going to help. Right? And now what's going to be really interesting is that what we're also going to do is we realize that, you know, we're going to have these groups of people together, and they're going to spend, you know, I can't remember how much time you have allocated, whether it's an hour or an hour and a half, but you'll have some time together, right, which will be very, very valuable time, I can tell you. That even after that, we're still going to even come back as a large group together and bring out some of these things and talk about some of the things that came out in these groups, and also find out some other things. Like, let's say that there was a need that someone didn't get met in that group, then we're just going to bring that thing forward to the whole group, right? Because there could be someone in the group that has a resource for you. And so we don't want to just limit it to just the people that you're there with, although we believe there's going to be a lot that happens right there, but also for the benefit of everybody who is there, they'll be able to add as well. I mean, Nina, you've experienced masterminds before. It's just, there's so many benefits. And some people you guys are probably going to like continue some of this stuff even after the retreat.
Even after, oh, absolutely, absolutely. And the relationships you'll build as a result of those people being in your being connected to you during that time. Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. So I hope that answers your question some. Now, that's kind of how a standard mastermind works. Now, the Lord might give us some other interesting twist to add in. So I like to say with everything, in fact, I posted this on Facebook Nina the other day, which was, if you're truly a kingdom-driven entrepreneur, your business plans are always subject to change.
Yeah.
So what we're saying to you right now is that that's our intent for how the mastermind will work. But if the Lord gives us insight on something that's going to be way more powerful as far as when you guys are together, we're going to switch it up. Mm-hmm. So that's the answer as of October 28th, 2013 at 3:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Praise God. Does that answer your question adequately, Jennifer? We've just got about 5 more minutes. Let's see if there's any other questions, sis. We've got about 5 minutes.
Looking now.
And I'm going to check the email. Let's see here. All right, I don't see any in my email.
No, I don't see any more questions either.
All right, let's see. Okay, I don't see any there. And all right, I don't see any other questions. And I think I've already answered the questions that have come through, previously. Okay. I want to make sure that everyone had the benefit of hearing those answers as well. But yeah, we'll share more. Even with some of the sessions that we're doing, we'll share some more as well. We'll probably have a couple calls related to the retreat as well. Probably one in November and one in December as well. Or something just like this, where we have people come and we can answer questions and that type of thing. So we'll figure that out, but we'll definitely be connecting with you more if there's others who have questions. But we definitely wanted to get this out right now because we do have, and I apologize for the noise in my background, but we do have the early bird special that's ending on the 31st.
Right.
October 31st. So make sure that you go check it out. It's kingdomdrivenentrepreneur.com/retreat. Any final words, Nina?
No, not from me. We're just excited to see you guys in the retreat, and thanks for being here on the Connect today.
Awesome. So in that case, I'm just going to do some final plugs. All right, some final plugs. We talked about the book, the devotional that just came out. Sis is like, you're just shameless. Also, the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur podcast comes out every Wednesday. And it's an awesome show. We have great guests, great topics. The episode we're doing on Wednesday, this Wednesday, for the women, okay, we're talking about balancing, being a wife, a mother, and an entrepreneur from a godly perspective. It's very interesting. We recorded today. I can tell you it's very interesting conversation. That'll be a 3-part series. But if you've been missing the podcast, don't miss out on the podcast.
Please
go to kingdomdrivenentrepreneur.com. You can go back and listen to all the episodes. One of the sisters told us this morning, did she say it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and she's just like, I really should be going to bed, but
she was up to like 4:30
she was up
or
to
something.
4:30.
It's like it's 4:30 now. Something.
It's like 4:30, and now it's like time to go to bed. But all the episodes are about 30 minutes long, 35 minutes at the most. You can subscribe on iTunes. Mm-hmm. You can subscribe on my favorite new app for my Droid phone, which is Stitcher Radio On Demand. You can actually listen to all of your favorite podcasts on that as well, so you can subscribe there. Or you can listen to it on our website. If you don't have a smartphone or you don't want to deal with iTunes or what have you, you can listen to it on the website too. So I wanted to give the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur podcast a plug, and then my last comment is to be on the lookout because we are actually going to be doing a training in November that we're really looking forward to. It'll be open to the entire community, and it's going to be awesome. So make sure you're plugged in on kingdomdrivenentrepreneur.com so that you're getting our Kingdom Impact newsletter preferably plugged into the Facebook group as well so that you can get the details on the training that we have coming up this November, and then another one coming up in December. All right? So that's all I've got, sis.
That's it for me too, sis.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We love you guys and appreciate you for being a part of the Kingdom Driven Entrepreneur family. Take care. God bless.
Take care. Love you.